Picture this, you're exhausted. You've been awake since 5 a.m. You're juggling deadlines, a crying toddler, and a to-do list that only seems to get longer. And then you open your phone, you see them. The perfect families, the clean houses. The supermoms who make it all look effortless. And a quiet voice inside you whispers, "What is wrong with me?" The answer is nothing. Today, we are ripping back the curtain on the myth of mom. A carefully constructed illusion that has convinced millions of women that they are failing, simply because they are human. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about a cultural standard that sets mothers up for a silent struggle. We're told we should be able to do it all with a smile, but the reality is messy, chaotic, and far from perfect. The truth is, the image you see on your screen is a highlight reel. It's a curated collection of best moments, not the full, unfiltered story of motherhood. And comparing your behind-the-scenes chaos to someone else's polished final cut is a recipe for despair. The pressure to be perfect is relentless, but it's built on a foundation of fantasy. It's time we talk about what's really going on when the camera is off. We call it the mental load. It's not just the physical work of cleaning or cooking. It's the invisible labor. The constant cognitive ticker tape running in the background of your brain. It's remembering the vaccine schedule, planning the grocery list, sourcing the Spirit Week costumes, buying a gift for your husband's birthday, answering that one last work email, and booking the next dentist appointment. It's a non-stop management job that nobody hired you for and nobody sees. Society tells us we can have it all. But they forgot to mention that having it all usually means doing it all, often without any real support. This isn't just tiring. It's a mental health crisis disguised as dedication. The constant pressure and invisible work are leading to unprecedented levels of anxiety and burnout. They've become the standard operating system for modern motherhood. And the scariest part? We've been conditioned to think this exhaustion is normal. We wear our fatigue like a badge of honor, as if our suffering is proof of our love. But this isn't sustainable, and it's certainly not healthy. It's time to recognize that this invisible weight is real, is heavy, and is crushing us. So, where does all this pressure come from? It's everywhere. It asks in the unsolicited advice from a stranger at the park when your child has a meltdown. It asks in the movies and TV shows where the mother is either a saint who sacrifices everything with a smile, or a complete mess who can't cope. There's rarely an in-between. It's the constant judgment, both spoken and unspoken, that makes you question every single choice you make. And then there's the workplace dilemma. Work like you don't have kids, and parent like you don't have a job. We are caught in a crossfire of impossible expectations. We're trying to satisfy a historical archetype of the perfect domestic mother from the 1950s, while also living up to the modern ideal of the high-achieving career woman. The standard hasn't changed, it just doubled. We're expected to be everything to everyone all at once, without ever showing a crack in the facade. This cultural pressure cooker has created a version of motherhood that was never meant to be carried by one person alone. The goalposts keep moving, but the expectation to score remains the same. So, how do we break the myth? How do we escape this cycle? We stop performing. We have to let go of the idea that our worth as mothers is tied to our productivity or the cleanliness of our homes. It's time to embrace the concept of the good enough mother. Leaving the dishes in the sink to get an extra hour of sleep is not failure, it's survival. Saying no to another school committee or social obligation to protect your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. Taking an hour for yourself to read a book, take a walk, or just sit in silence isn't an indulgence. It's essential maintenance. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you certainly can't raise happy, emotionally healthy children if you are disappearing in the process. True strength isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about having the wisdom to know what to let go of. It's about choosing yourself, not because you don't care about your family, but because you do. Authenticity, not perfection, is the new goal. Your well-being matters just as much as everyone else's. It's time to change the narrative, not just for ourselves, but for the ones coming after us. We have a responsibility to model a healthier, more realistic version of parenthood. Let's teach our daughters that their worth is not measured by how much they sacrifice, but by how well they care for themselves and honor their own needs. Let's teach our sons that caregiving, empathy, and managing a household are not women's work, but shared human responsibilities. By being honest about our struggles, we give our children permission to be human too. We show them that it's okay to be tired, to ask for help, and to not have all the answers. There is no such thing as a perfect mother, but there is a real one. And she is tired, she is loving, she is trying her best, and she is more than enough. If you're watching this and you feel that heavy weight on your shoulders, I want you to hear this. Put the load down. Even just for a moment, you've done enough for today. Thank you for watching.